Hello students, in the previous class we studied about the basic practices of crop production and management, which includes preparation of the soil, that is ploughing, leveling and basal manuring, and then sowing of seeds. Today we are going to learn about the remaining practices of crop production and management. Children, have you ever observed a baby plant germinating out of a seed? It would be fantastic to observe a germinating seed. It can be compared to a small baby. Do you know what are the things necessary for a seed to germinate? Soil, air, water, sunlight, and nutrients are needed for a seed to germinate. So we must add some nutrients to the soil. So today we are going to learn about adding manure and fertilizers. What are nutrients and how do the plants obtain the nutrients? Some substances which are added to the soil in the form of manure and fertilizers are called nutrients. The plants absorb nutrients dissolved in the water by their root. So by absorbing the nutrients, the fertility of the soil is increased. So we must know what is fertility of the soil. Fertility refers to the inherent capacity of the soil to supply nutrients to crop plants in adequate amount and suitable proportion. Fertility refers to the inherent capacity of the soil to supply nutrients to crop plants in adequate amount and suitable. If the fertility is low, then the yield would be decreased. So to maintain the soil fertility, manure and fertilizers are added to the soil. Can you mention some of the nutrients added to the soil? What are the manures? The nutrients added to the soil are manure and fertilizers. What are manures and fertilizers? Can you differentiate them? Manure is an organic substance obtained by the decomposition of plant and animal waste. Example for manures are compost, vermicompost, etc. And uses of manure: it helps to maintain the soil fertility. It prevents the loss of nutrients through runoff and leaching. And it increases water holding capacity, soil aggregation, soil aeration and permeability. Fertilizer. Fertilizer is an inorganic substance manufactured in industries. It is obtained by the combination of two or more chemicals. Example, urea, potash, ammonium phosphate, ammonium sulfate, NPK, etc. Fertilizers help to improve the quality and quantity of food. Next, let us learn about irrigation. What is irrigation? The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. How many times should the water be irrigated? The time and frequency of irrigation may vary from crop to crop, season to season and soil to soil. Okay, let us see what are the sources of irrigation. Wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals are the sources of irrigation. Water is irrigated by two methods. They are traditional method of irrigation and modern method of irrigation. In traditional method, irrigation is done manually. This method is cheaper but its efficiency is poor. The disadvantage is uneven distribution of water which leads to heavy water loss. The modern method of irrigation overcome the problems exist in the traditional method. It involves sprinkler system and drip system. The modern method of irrigation involves two systems. They are sprinkler system and drip system. Sprinkler system sprinkles water over the crop and helps in an even distribution of water. This method is much advisable in areas facing water scarcity. In this system, a pump with fine nozzles is connected to a pipe which sprinkles water over the crops. Drip system. In drip system, water is released drop by drop exactly at the root zone using a hose or pipe. This method is considered as the effective one in regions where the availability of water is less. The removal of weeds from the field is called weeding. What are weeds? Weeds are the undesirable plants growing along with the crops. Why are they considered undesirable? Weeds compete with the food crops and cause undernourishment of crop plants and lead to low yield. So they are considered as undesirable. Next one is methods of weeding. The farmers adopt many methods for weeding. Some of them are mechanical methods, tillage methods, crop rotation, summer tillage, biological weed control, chemical methods, and integrated weed management. Now let us see one by one. In mechanical methods, the weeds are destroyed physically. Tillage method. In this method, the weeds are buried in the soil and exposed to sun's heat by deep ploughing. Crop rotation. In crop rotation, different types of crops are grown alternately with each other. Summer tillage, exposing underground parts of roots to strong sunlight during summer months is called summer tillage. Biological weed control. In this method, the weeds are controlled using biological agents like insects and pathogens. The next method, chemical methods. In this method, weeds are controlled using herbicides. Herbicides are chemicals which are used to kill or inhibit the growth of weeds. Then the integrated weed management. The weeds are controlled by mechanical, biological, cultural and chemical methods in integrated weed management method. The next practice is harvesting. What is harvesting? The process of cutting and gathering crops is called harvesting. The methods of harvesting. The crops are harvested by different methods such as manual harvesting, mechanical method and machine harvesting. In manual harvesting, uprooting the crops with hand is done. Mechanical method. In this method, harvesting is done with sickle, that is an agricultural tool. Then machine harvesting. Here the harvesting is done with machines like combined harvester. Immediately after harvesting, some post-harvesting practices are done. They are threshing and winnowing. Threshing means loosening of grains from the chaffs or pods. Winnowing means separating grains from chaffs. Threshing, loosening of grains from chaffs or pods. Winnowing, separating grains from chaffs. Now all the practices are over. The final one is the storage of grains. So before starting the storage, certain things should be done They are: the harvested grains should be made free from moisture to avoid the growth of microorganisms. Then the dried grains are stored in gunny bags. For large scale storage, silos and granaries are used. Then the godown is fumigated to minimize the pests and insects. Agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. So let us take a pledge to join our hands to lift up our country's economy and eradicate poverty. My humble request is, try to grow any one of the food crop in a small pot or in your garden and observe them regularly. You may definitely get an interest in agricultural practices. Learn all these practices well and do the worksheet given with this video. We shall meet again. Until then, bye bye.